All right, you are looking live at the Nasdaq. The market just closed. The Nasdaq was undercut the prior low from Monday there of 12,848 and made a lower low today of 12,804. You can see right there it's just trading 0.4% above the 200 simple moving average. The short-term moving averages are trending all lower as the index makes this third leg of its correction here. I did want to point out from the high of 14,446 on July 19th to the trough today was 11.5% roughly. So that's been an 11.5% correction since the peak, although I must make note that from the 16,212 to today's low is 21%, which puts it in bear market, which is great for the pundits, to say, oh, the Nasdaq's in a bear market. But for technicians, it really doesn't matter. I'm really more concerned about how the market responds here at the 200. Is it going to slice right through? Is it going to find support and bounce? But anyway, we're looking for an attempted rally after Monday's reversal, and today that wipes that out because it undercut the low from Monday. And the index was down 319 points, 2.43%, and closed at 12,821. The volume was ticked up a little bit above average daily volume, as you could see, and above yesterday's volume. So not good. A lot of selling out there, and we don't have to know the reasons why the market's going down. We just have to know that it's going down. You just recognize it. I always ask, are the institutions supporting this market? And the obvious answer is no, they're not. How do I know? Well, look at these big, red volume. All the big volume is in the pink here. So, and then these little blue days are way down here. So institutions are not supporting the market. And if they're not, there's no reason to be, wading into this thing. What I would, what I do is just kind of, wait it out and let them sell. And when they get through selling and want to support the market again, then I'm interested. But right now, there's no sense in fighting this trend. A couple of things here that I wanted to go through. Of course, I'm going to look at the Magnificent Seven, Apple down to its 200 and not looking good. Microsoft had a good earnings report. I guess you could say it was rewarded. I mean, up 3% in this tape is pretty good, but still, well off its lows of 366. I mean, well off its highs and well off its lows of 309. So right there, maybe 340.86 is an area of interest. It's just in this tape, it's really hard to be long something. It's also hard to short because the market is stretched to the downside. It's just like when a market goes up and pulls back to a moving average. The opposite is true when it goes down. At some point there's going to be a short cover rally. You don't want to get your face off chasing this performance to the downside. Google, wow, 9.5%, 125. You might say, well, gosh, it was at 129 back here, and here it is at 125. So not a great loss, right? But you just wiped out almost 5 months, of gains there. So pretty tough look for the Google. Meta, which reports pretty soon. I'll come back to Meta. It's down 1.5%. I don't know if they reported or not. I'm going to get back to that, but I have an appointment today, so I'm going to leave early, and I'll report back in the morning. Meta's been up, like you can see from January here. It's been up like 150%, and it pulled back to its 50 today. So we'll see what happens after the close today and what they have to say. The next stock that I want to look at is Amazon. They report tomorrow. They got slammed today because of the Google, the cloud, and cloud sales weren't up to expectations. So one of the things when the Nasdaq had the breakout in May, and NVDA, I'm going to go to NVDA, had the breakout with those big numbers here. The theme was that we have a new bull market and AI is fueling this rally, but it appears that not a lot of companies are seeing this rally in artificial intelligence, and it's been compared to the internet of 1990s, where you saw fiber optics, telecom, the .com build out, you saw a lot of portal stocks like Lycos, Excite, Yahoo do well, and the plumbing like Sun and Cisco. And you're not seeing that here with this artificial intelligence. Maybe a few companies are benefiting, but this is not a robust bull market with artificial intelligence leading it. Remember when all the CEOs were saying artificial intelligence in their conference calls and watching their stocks go up, and that's not happening anymore. So could be a problem there for those who are banking on. It could be delayed too, but for those who are banking on a bull market rally with the artificial intelligence, that looks like it's dead for now. This is Tesla, just having trouble with the 200, down there with Apple and the index. So that's what you got to expect. Part of the problem today was Texas Instruments saying that they don't see their vision doesn't look too good, not too bright. The report was not too solid, and it sold off 3.5% on massive volume, gap lower, and that affected all the stocks in the semiconductor. I could do this all day. AMD below the 200, AVGO, Broadcom actually held up okay. It's closed below its 50 though. That's not looking good. Applied Materials, the equipment stock, traded down to its 200. That is a familiar theme, right? ACLS, ACLS closed below the 200. AEHR, another one. Like I said, I could do this all day. I'm not going to beat up stocks here. This is just too obvious. They're all trading lower, and you're just going to have to wait your turn. Some of the software names, CrowdStrike, which I like, and if it pulled back to the 50, maybe it'd be a buy here. Oh, up $12 after hours. I don't know what's going on there, but we'll see. I kind of doubt that. But it closed below its 21. And I'll come back to that here in a minute and see if CrowdStrike changes. Zscaler up slightly after hours. It's closed a little bit above its 50. Any stock above the 50 is doing great in this tape. Palo Alto Network came down to its 50 on Monday, bounced, and now today was down nearly 3%. So let me see what other ones. Oh yeah, Elastic. This one had a terrible day. This is that inverted hammer candle that you dread if you're long this stock. That is a brutal looking candle, down 6.5%. Maybe just wants to take a trip to the 50, but one that I'm still watching. But man, that does not look good. VRT, these guys had a great report. There was up like 12% pre-market. Thought, okay, maybe it's going to get rewarded, but no. You can see it had this big spike up and then came back down, closed below its 50. Once again, you can see this. This is a bearish engulfing candle here, engulfed the high and the low from the prior session with massive volume. So that doesn't look good for Vert, but you got to take it one day at a time in this market. This is Stride. This is a consumer services education. Can't pretend that I know what it actually does, but I do know that when a stock goes up 18% with over 1,000% above average daily volume, that is not to be ignored. So we're going to keep that one on our radar. Yeah, that's a breakout from a base. So definitely want to watch that one. That's a big move. Okay. I'm just going to go through some stocks that I still like, even though, the tape is pretty tough, very tough. And, like I say, we're on red here. The market condition is everything. And right now they're telling us to stay away. So I still, I'm a night owl. Every night I screen for stocks. I try to find, quality stocks. I like quality stocks that are liquid, but they're really hard to find right now. Novo Nordisk is one. It was flat on the session today. Light volume. They report earnings next Thursday. Just one to watch. Anything that's holding up like that looks pretty good to me. It's up 1.1% above its 21. Eli Lilly is another one. Drug stock came down to its 21, found support, and did nothing wrong. Yeah, it was down 1% today, but that's really good when the index is down 2.5%. Okay, AEO is another one that I like. You're thinking, oh my gosh, a retail apparel. The stock is acting well. And we heard from the Visa CEO last night. He said the consumer is strong. He didn't see any signs of weakness with the consumer spending, and we're going into the Christmas season. So American Eagle Outfitter looks good to me. It came down to its 21 on Monday, found support and bounced. So it's finding support. That looks good to me. A couple of oil and gas stocks. This is International Seaways, a transportation pipeline stock, just forming a base. It came down to its 21 and bounced, and it had a nice day. 2.5% on a day like today is pretty darn good. It's showing strength, I should say. Range Resources, again, showing strength, down 25 cents. Pulled back to its 21 on Monday and just kind of trading sideways now, doing nothing wrong. And in this tape, that's showing relative strength. This is Permian Resources. This one, you can see the cup shape pattern, pulled back to its 10 and found support there. Just flat on this session. Flat is good when everything else is going down 5 or 6%. And let me see, what did I want to show? Oh, the defense stocks. Boeing, I don't know, Boeing sold off today after their report, but this defense contractor, aerospace defense stock just went sideways, and you could see it's going sideways and trading kind of tight. I kind of like that. Yeah, it's been up 4 days in a row, but it hasn't really gone anywhere. But that one looks okay to me. Okay, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna go back to CrowdStrike and see what's happening here. Yeah, up $1. That's more like it. After hours. And Meta. Wow, that's not much of a move. It was down 4% during the session, though, and flat after hours. So I believe that's all I have for today. It's just a really tough tape. Like I say, when the markets, are going against you and institutions are not supporting the market, then it's pretty tough to get involved. Oh, one more thing. That's right. In honor of the great Steve Jobs, I want to show you the trashiest trash stock. These guys, Waste Management. Now, granted, it's been down a lot, from 173 down to, when they reported like 149 here. And last night it was, the low was 153. So they report and they miss a revenue miss, right? But they showed organic growth and profits were rising from cost cutting, which is probably, laying off people or, just being more efficient with their business. And this is kind of a construction play, not just garbage. When the homes are being built, these guys are the company that goes around and picks up all the trash after the development has been developed. And so this is partly a construction play and partly a pollution control trash play. But anyway, I just wanted to point it out. They had a revenue miss and still went up 6%. That's kind of the crazy market that we're in now. There's no really rhyme or reason for stocks to be selling off as hard as they are, or even something like this to be going up on a pretty mediocre to weak report. But anyway, that's it for me today. I'll be back tomorrow morning with a little bit of a ready watch list, and I'm going to be screening some stocks tonight, and hopefully looking for some strength. And like I always say, this too shall pass. Meta now down. What are they up? Oh, okay, they're up. Okay, $10 after hours. So that one's bouncing around. And maybe Meta will help, buoy the market tomorrow with their earnings report. Anyway, like I say, that's it for me tonight. Thank you for watching. Be back tomorrow at mcstockcharts.com. We never give up.